Hey folks, this is Lex here from Booredatwork, and today we have a review of the Lenovo Yoga 10 HD Plus tablet. Now this is pretty much a budget slash high tier tablet. You have a quad core processor, you do have an HD display, you have various other elements that make this a very intriguing tablet. But instead of just talking about it, we can get right into it and see how the Lenovo Yoga 10 HD Plus tablet truly is in real world scenarios. Some of the main specs of the device happen to be its HD display. You do have a 1280 by 800 pixel 10.1 inch display. It's about 149 pixels per inch, so it isn't too steep, but it does get the job done. You do have a micro SD card slot that allows up to 64 gigabytes of storage. Now there are two models. You do have a 16 and a 32, but 32 is the model that we have here. It has about a gigabyte of RAM. You do have two cameras. You do have a 5 on the back and a 1.1 on the front. So overall, you do have pretty good standard specs for the Lenovo Yoga Tablet HD Plus. The Lenovo Yoga Tablet has three unique holding positions. Now the most obvious one and the most frequently used one by myself is the actual kickstand. Now opening it up is a bit of a struggle. It does have pretty much a slippery back end on it, but once you put it down on the table, you're good to go, and you do have a kickstand use. Now the second end is not so obvious. You do have the actual holder for the kickstand that serves as a grip for holding the actual tablet in portrait mode, and I found myself using this quite frequently because of the way that the UI skin on Lenovo tablet kind of transitions, so you do have a better experience when it is in portrait mode. And because there is no app tray, you do have all your applications available to you, and that little sidebar feature there does help with quick access to Wi-Fi, brightness, and other things like that. And it does hold rather firmly because of that cylinder type feature there. So one of my favorite positions for the actual holding position for the tablet. Now, the last holding position for the tablet happens to be it just sitting idle on the table. As you can see there, it does hold up about maybe an inch or an inch and a half off the ground, and it's very subtle, but it does help you when you're sitting down and you want to use the actual tablet for something productive or you're reading. You really don't have to squint down and bend over. It kind of gives you enough to raise it up and just look at the display. So a great third feature for the tablet. One issue that I did find with the Yoga tablet was the fact that the kickstand does have some issues with stability. And as you can see there, as I press it down, it's fine at that angle. It isn't too much of a steep angle. But as you tip a little bit more, it does get a little bit wobbly. As you can see, a little tip there does leave the leverage a bit. But as you see, if you tilt even further, which is about 45 degrees, the slightest tap will make it fall. And that's very frustrating at times. I was watching on my bed a couple times, watching a couple movies, and because of the length of the actual kickstand itself, there are issues with it being able to stay upright. But other than that, it's not really too much of an issue. You just have to be careful that depending on what angle you actually put the kickstand on, it can fall. Because of the design of the Lenovo tablet, having a case for it really does make it much more portable and very elegant. Now this is Lenovo specific case. As you can see here, you can definitely get it from the website. And it has a very soft material, and it does have a two-tone color. This is the orange and gray model, and it does complement the actual silver tablet very well. And Lenovo branding is very heavy on this. Now pretty much it does have a magnetic strip at the top there to open and close it. It's very nice and pretty much clicks in place without much struggle at all. And all you have to do is grab the tablet and put it inside the case, as I'm doing so now. And once you put it in, it's very compact. The flap covers over that little stump there for the kickstand, and it's very convenient, and it's almost like a notebook, and it can really go with your college books in your book bag, or maybe even a large purse. So kudos to Lenovo for making a very great case. What you see there, folks, is no lie. That is 22 days, 17 hours, 39 minutes, and 43 seconds of battery life on the Lenovo Yoga tablet. And this is a mixture of standby time and actual usage of media content and video and music. Overall, it has been the greatest experience of an Android tablet, let alone any other tablet, with battery life. That is insane results out of a tablet that's not only not exceedingly pricey, but a fair, productive tablet in terms of an Android device, which is very rare to see. So Lenovo has really combined all the aspects of a great tablet with insane amount of battery life, and kudos to Lenovo for doing that for you folks. As you can see when I turn on the display, it's a very vibrant and very colorful display. Now it is a 10-inch HD Plus, so it is HD resolution, and with that 10 inches, it isn't too big or it isn't too small. As you can see, the wallpaper kind of signifies how great the display really is. And at the bottom there, you do have the Lenovo design, and they do have front-facing speakers, which is very reminiscent of the HTC One M8. As you can see, music is blasted towards you and not away from you, and with the kickstand, that makes a really nice and intriguing element of the tablet when sitting down. And as you can see there is a very thin profile on the device by itself. Now it does have a rather bulgy side on the right end, but that's for a different purpose. That is the power button. You click it on, it turns off and on, and there's a micro USB to charge the actual device itself. On the other side, there is an actual nothing there. It's pretty much plain as well. And on the other side there, you do have a 3.5mm headphone jack to plug things in, and a volume rocker as well to ingest whatever you need in terms of the music media aspect. On the software side of things, Lenovo has done some really interesting aspects for the Lenovo Yoga tablet. As you can see there, as I unlock the screen, it is a very heavy skin. Now it does have the usual app trays and all that stuff that comes with Android tablets, but there is no specific app tray. Any app that you use or you download will be pretty much put on the home screen, and it does have that 2 notification bar system. As you can see on the right, you do have the tiles for notifications and toggles. On the left, you do have all your notifications. Now there is a specific multitasking feature with the Lenovo tablet. As you can see there, that is pretty much the basis of most Android tablets, but there's a unique feature that allows you to pretty much tap together different applications that are specific to Lenovo or that are in the third-party systems. For instance, as I put settings and the internet protocol together, you'll see there that I can do them side by side. Now, if you have a Samsung tablet or a Samsung phone, you're very familiar with this feature, or the new LG phone. So it's very convenient to have on a 10-inch plus HD display. In my usage, there really was no hiccups with it, and there are a bevy of applications that are able to be applicated into that actual multitasking screen. Moreover than that, there are specific applications for it, like Dolby Digital Surround Sound, as it does incorporate that inside the device. And you do have specific navigation by Lenovo as well, and you do have their dedicated camera application as well. But other than that, there really is no heavy bloatware. I found myself really enjoying the pretty much the foundation of my experience with the apps that I wanted to download, and just of that in any situation that came with using the Lenovo Yoga tablet. In terms of the cameras, you have one on the front and one on the back. It really isn't that big of an issue. Everything else, I wouldn't really say you would want to use it as a camera, but if you do decide to, the option is there. Just don't be one of those guys using a tablet in public. Overall, the speed is very fast. The Snapdragon processor inside makes the UI run very efficiently and smoothly. Now, there are hiccups at times, but that's only when you're doing really heavy tasks in the background. Other than that, I really had no gripes about the skin, other than it could be a little bit more refined and a lot less colorful. It's really going along those lines of the TouchWiz UI and moreover than a very HTC Sense-like design. As you can see there, the viewing angles are pretty damn good. There really is no degradation of quality of the screen, depending on whether you're using the kickstand or if you're using side to side, depending on the angle that you move it to. So screen quality is definitely a high for this HD display, and it really does hold up to that HD Plus name there. On the back, you do have a very nice design as well. This is a silver model, and using it in your hand is a breeze. It does have orientation control as well because of the 3 different stages that you can use with the kickstand. So overall, the experience when using the Lenovo tablet UI and all the added features really wasn't an issue for me. And if you're thinking that might hinder your ability to purchase a tablet, it really shouldn't. That pretty much concludes our review of the Lenovo Yoga 10 HD Plus Android tablet. Having Dolby Surround Sound speakers, a kickstand, pretty much 3 different modes for holding the device in portrait and on the ground and landscape, as well as specific software and enhancement to the multitasking to kind of get more productivity out of the tablet for a $349 price. You really can't argue with Lenovo, and by far the best feature has to be that 22 days of battery life, at least in my experience, but overall, you're getting pretty awesome battery life. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and remember to always enjoy your entertainment.